The San Antonio Spurs are at the bottom of the Western Conference, and they came to their 6th win of the season by beating the Detroit Pistons. In this game, Victor Wembanyama recorded the first triple-double of his career with 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. So let's take a closer look at this record-breaking game.
Right, they're a Katy Perry team. They're hot and they're cold.
In the opening minute of the game, we see Wembanyama having the ball far from the basket. There is enough space between him and Jalen Duren. He uses his quick first step to cross over the defender, and when the double team is coming, Wembanyama is perfectly aware of the situation and hands the ball to the cutting Tre Jones down the baseline, who finishes easily at the rim.
Jones on the drop off from Victor. Let's take a look at this nice pass by Wembanyama. Tre Jones doing a good job.
Here, we have Wembanyama being set in a perfect position in the paint only 4 seconds into the Spurs' possession. When he does that, the only way defenders can make things difficult for him is if they push him away from the basket. Pistons' Isaiah Livers does not do that, so Wembanyama gets a lob pass and uses his height advantage to finish the play with his right hand. On the next play, Wembanyama plays in isolation and gets the ball with his back on the rim. He feels the pressure of Duren, who tries to prevent him from pushing him down in the paint. Wembanyama is aware of the spacing and turns to the basket. As soon as he does that, he puts the ball on the floor and runs past his defender. He needs only one dribble to get an advantage, and he finishes with a contested layup. The next one is a play that Greg Popovich often runs for Wemby. He is in the corner, receiving a pick from Devin Vassell. Pistons' Jaden Ivey, who defends Vassell, is aware of the situation and double-teams Wemby just for a second to prevent him from getting the ball. Vassell gets it in the corner, while Wemby positions himself in a good spot in the paint. This time, Duren manages to push him away from the paint as Wemby is receiving the ball. Wemby puts the ball on the floor, trying to get past him on the baseline. When he sees that he has no space there, he spins and shoots a one-handed fadeaway jumper.
He's got 6 of the first 10 points here for the Spurs.
On the next play, Wemby gets a defensive rebound. His teammates are starting to run the break, leaving Wembanyama to take over the ball. Instead, Wemby has the perfect court vision and goes with a super fast full court pass to find Jeremy Sochan for an open dunk. Look at how Wemby throws the pass without making a dribble or even a step forward.
France, do they? Look like Tom Brady out there.
The next play starts with Wemby getting another defensive rebound. This time, he sees the open court and drives the ball forward. Wemby makes 3 dribbles and looks for his way to the basket. He hesitates for a moment and goes for a shot instead of a layup over Killian Hayes. The shot is too strong off the glass, and Wemby fails to grab an offensive rebound. On the other side of the court, Duren tries to post up Wembanyama. He gets the ball in a good spot, but is aware of Wembanyama's shot-blocking abilities. Duren spins around Wembanyama, creating good spacing, but the Frenchman uses his long hands and quickness to block the shot. He grabs the ball and starts a fast break for the Spurs. As he gets into the paint, Wembanyama sees the double team and passes the ball to Sochan, who is open under the rim for a slam.
Deep ball, and then right here, doing a good job running the court.
On the next play, Malaki Branham takes the ball to the paint. As he is setting himself up for a shot, Wemby puts himself in an excellent position under the rim. Branham misses the shot but tips the ball to Wemby, who is open for an uncontested dunk.
Duren goes for the rebound. Branham heads up play. Right play by Branham. Little tip pass on the
At the beginning of the third quarter, Wemby starts the play at half court. He passes to Vassell and comes back to set a screen. It should be a typical pick and roll play, but Vassell's pass is slower than it should be. Ivy is trying to steal the ball, but Wemby reaches up to grab the ball and once again shows up his height with an easy reverse slam while being fouled.
Put it in. Look at this. Not the best pass by Devin.
The next play again starts with Wemby having the ball at the point guard spot. Vassell sets a pick, and after both defenders are focused on him, Wemby quickly finds Vassell in the paint, who sells a pump fake and finishes with a dunk. Look how Wemby picks up the ball on the dribble and makes a perfect pass.
Oh, see ya.
On the next play, Wemby gets the ball at the three-point line. He has enough space to take the shot, as he often shoots from that spot. Instead, Wemby stops for a second, reads the play, and makes a pass to Sochan, who has a height advantage in the paint. Sochan misses the shot but gets his own rebound and finishes off the glass. If you thought that was a great pass, look at the next one. which is definitely the play of the game. As we already saw, Wemby often takes the ball to the other half of the court and creates for his teammates. Wemby makes a dribble and picks up the ball with both hands to make a bounce pass between Bojan Bogdanovic's legs to running Julian Champagny, who finishes with a layup. What Wemby did in this play would have been impressive, even if he was a pure point guard. He ran the floor and made an outstanding pass that would have made even Chris Paul proud. We need to see the replay to realize where that ball actually went.
Spectacular pass.
At that point, early in the third quarter, Wemby already has a double-double and leads the Spurs in all categories. On the next play, Jones tips the ball to Wemby, who picks up the offensive rebound at the free throw line. He sees Sochan running toward him and hands him a behind-the-back pass, allowing Sochan to use his speed and finish at the rim. Look how Wemby was aware of the situation, even though it seemed like he was not looking in Sochan's way.
So Victor comes out 14, 12, and 7 in his...
At the beginning of the fourth quarter, Osman has the ball going on top of the key. Wemby is in the corner, receiving a pick from Doug McDermott. He sees the ball, and instead of going up, he makes a quick cut running into open space and finishes the play with a reverse alley-oop. Osman's pass deserves all the credit, but Wembenyama shows how quickly he can change direction and pick up the pace. Reaching the ball anywhere around the basket is easy for him. On the next play, Osman passes the ball on the side to Sochan, while Wembanyama is running fast, getting into the paint. He shows Sochan where he wants the ball and posts up his defender as soon as he gets the ball. Wembanyama is making a couple of dribbles, and as soon as he recognizes that a double team is coming, he finds Osman cutting Osman in the middle of the paint, who finishes strong at the rim. Look again at how Wembanyama makes the bounce pass with his offhand.
It's a simple game, Dan. You get denied, go back door. You got a guy like Victor Wembanyama who'll reward you.
Well, and now that we're seeing...
With the Spurs up by 23 with over 7 minutes left to play, Popovich pulls out Wembanyama, who already has a triple-double in just over 20 minutes spent on the floor. What a game by Wemby! Hope you've enjoyed the breakdown. I'm sure there are more to come. See you on the next one.